Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Derek Riley and today we're going to be looking at the Mazda MX-30. We're going to be looking at how it drives, what the range is actually like, and also what's it like to use the MyMazda app. So let's get started.
Today's video is sponsored by our insurance partner evinsurance.ie. As well as excellent rates, they have specific cover for electric vehicles and are great for company cars too. If you want more information or to get a quote, click on the link in the description and also on the screen.
Those of you who are subscribers to the channel, that's a bit of a hint if you're not already a subscriber, will know that I've already done a review, first impressions on the Mazda MX-30 a couple of months back. It was a German reg, it was left-hand drive, and I was very impressed at the time. So I'll put the link up on the screen and also in the description to go back and have a look at that. But what we're going to be looking at today is we took the car out for a drive, urban and motorway, about 100 kilometers each way. So we can talk about the range, but also what's it like to drive the actual car. So starting off, it has a 50-50 weight distribution. The battery is obviously in the floor, but this will be a range extender model. So they had to leave some elements of an internal combustion engine. And if you remember my first review, I talked about how big the extra space is in the front of it. So they were thinking of the range extender while they were developing this one. Mazda also make a bit of a big deal about the technology they've put into the accelerator pedal. The Mazda MX-30 comes with a 105 kilowatt motor, and that will give you 143 PS and 245 newton meters of torque. So it's no slouch. It's not the fastest in the market, but it's a nice drive. 0 to 100 in the Mazda MX-30 takes 9.7 seconds. So it is getting a bit on the slow side when you're taking like that. And then the top speed is 140. Not that you'll be doing any type of those speeds on pretty much any roads except for the autobahns and the unlimited roads around Europe. I've covered this already in my first impressions, but just to bring it back again because we're talking about drive and range. So the battery pack in the Mazda MX-30 is a 35.5 kilowatt hour battery pack, and usable is about 30.5. So it is what some people would consider on the smaller side, but what we need to start talking about is this is a urban/city run around. It's not for long haul motorway driving, but what we've done today will surprise some people. I was very impressed with that range on it. The battery pack is also heated and cooled, so there is a battery management system there for when you need to start it in cold weather, but also to cool it down or heat it up for it to take a charge at its optimal temperature. The car also comes with a heat pump, so it utilizes ambient temperature rather than creating heat by using energy from the battery pack. Charging that battery pack on AC takes about 5.5 hours, and this is the beauty of having a smaller battery pack. And then on DC, it will take about 40 minutes. The capacity for charging on AC, it's 6.6 kilowatts, and then on DC, it's 37.5. So by no means on the top of the leaderboard for that either. But the fact that it is such a small battery pack will help it fill it faster. Mazda are giving you an 8-year warranty or 160,000 kilometers, whichever comes sooner. A lot of people, when they talk about the Mazda MX-30 and the size of the battery pack, what we need to do is take into consideration what's the average commute for the average driver, even across Europe, and that's 48 kilometers on average per day. So this car will do 4 or 5 days without charging. The WLTP on this car, they're saying it's around the 200, 220. The average of what a lot of drivers are getting is about 170 kilometers. I've gotten between urban and motorway driving nearer to 185. Now the ambient temperature has been around 10, 11, 12 degrees on the days that I've been driving it. So I've been impressed that they're saying 200 on the website, and I'm getting about 180, 185. Now the range of that battery capacity, the minimum and maximum that they're claiming between city driving in warm temperatures, 255 kilometers, motorway driving at cold temperatures, they're saying 120 kilometers. So there is a huge 130 kilometers of a gap, or what I'm finding is this is April 2021, so spring/summer weather, and we are getting about 185 kilometers of range on a just over 30 kilowatt hour battery pack. So if it tells me what it can do and it does it, I'm happy with that. This may suit some, this may not suit others. But what we need to start remembering is it will suit somebody. So let's not just keep saying the battery pack is too small. Safety is very important to a lot of car manufacturers, as Mazda is no different. This Mazda MX-30 has achieved a Euro NCAP of 5 stars. It also has its Eye Active Sense, all these marketing terminologies, but that includes its radar-guided adaptive cruise control, which is great on the likes of the motorway. Safety also includes a smart braking system, which recognises pedestrians, but also it has a unique feature that is if you're turning across traffic, it also has the understanding that there will be traffic coming very close to you, but if you're shooting out of traffic, it will stop. It kind of senses around itself. Blind spot is another standard on the car, and it also has lane keep and road keep. So it's not self-driving by any means, but it will keep you between the lanes. It will start buzzing and making notifications if it feels that you are veering across a line, and it will bounce you back in on it. And that's not just with lanes, side of the road as well. Some manufacturers are doing the artificial noise, and Mazda has jumped on that bandwagon, and you have the artificial or the ICE Sound Emulator, the internal combustion engine. I'm not sure what they're going to do when they actually put a range extender into this. Will they need to keep that in it? I don't think so. I think it may be just on the full electric version. So as you put the pedal down, hopefully the microphones will pick this up. We're putting it up to a bit of speed now.
If you think this car may be for you, you can submit a EV-specific insurance quote by clicking the link on the screen or in the description.
Hopefully you can pick that up on the microphone. Some people like it, some people don't. Don't know if you can turn it off, but it gives you a sense of momentum if you can't use your eyes to see what's outside the window. Price for the Mazda MX-30 for the first edition is coming in at just under 32,000 euros, with prices starting off once the first edition is out into the world of just under 31,000. Throwing a lot of stats and features at you there, but what's it actually like to drive? Lovely driving position, the size of the steering wheel is great, the instrument cluster, driver binnacle is great, the heads-up display I really like. I'm getting more and more used to heads-up displays, and I know that I talked recently about the ID4 and the augmented reality one, which is probably top of the league table. This one's not bad. You get the signpost recognition, speed sign recognition. You also get your own speed, and then whether you're on cruise control or not, and has it picked up a car in front or a vehicle in front to lock that radar on. I'm not sure if the GoPro will pick up the heads-up display that's in front of me. Hopefully it will. It also has, with the blind spot, when the blind spot is activated, the warning on the you'll see some kind of like brackets on the edge of the heads-up display to let you know that there is a car in that blind spot. So even if you don't see this mad luminous yellow triangle on the wing mirror, you will see it on the heads-up display as well. So yeah, really nice to drive. Some of the things I don't like, the driver interface or just the infotainment system, the screen that's up on the dash isn't a touch screen. So it is all done through the knurled knob down here on just below the mode selector, or the gear selector as traditionally might be called. And you have to physically go through A, B, C, D when you're typing in names. You can use voice as well, as long as your phone or the car itself picks up what you're saying. Another thing that kind of is a bit weird for me is the Mazda, I'm not sure if it's on all Mazdas, but specifically this one, the indicator noise. I'm not sure if you're going to pick that up. It reminds me, if you were to describe the noise, it reminds me of a pencil, picture a pencil with the pink eraser rubber bit on the top of it and it tapping off a hardback copybook. It has that kind of dead thud. It's weird. I haven't heard anything like it, and I thought all indicators kind of had to sound the same so that people would recognize it. Obviously, that's not the case, but yeah, it's a funny one. Otherwise, it's great that the climate control systems are down and they're touch screen. They're buttons and touch screen. And you also have the volume control in a separate knob with your automatic handbrake and your electronic handbrake and your auto hold feature. So yeah, it's a nice drive. The app is great as well, and we'll show you some screen and some voiceover of the app. But overall, it's I know a lot of people focus on the battery size of the Mazda MX-30, but I think that for the right type of person with the right type of commute, this is a great car. Not a lot of space in the back, but I covered that in the impressions bit in the video. Also in the boot, wouldn't be the biggest boot in the world, but this is an urban runaround. It's not going to be, I'm driving from Dublin to Galway every day. This isn't going to be the electric vehicle for you. So make sure that obviously you understand the limits of the car. I was surprised at the range, to be honest, in the sense of usually manufacturers over-egg the range that they give. So I was happy with that. Hopefully you're enjoying the review. If you can subscribe, it helps the channel grow. Obviously it doesn't cost you anything. It takes about 1.2 seconds. So if you can do that, if you haven't done that already, but also leave a comment. It's a great way of showing engagement. Give us a thumbs up. Again, if you're too busy to leave a comment, it's just letting YouTube know somebody's watched this, somebody's liked it, and it's going to show them to more people. And it helps my channel grow. It's an independent channel. I'm doing it as a passion project. For those that have been around a while, understand this isn't my day job. I'm doing the reviews and running this channel and putting out the content to drive the adoption and the awareness of electric vehicles, not just cars, the full range.
We said we'd cover the MyMazda app. It's available on Android and on Apple or iOS. I'm on Android on my phone, so you create an account, you log in, and you've got this remote control option where you can start, stop, unlock and lock the car from outside without using the keys. Then on the top right hand side you've got the little hamburger menu. If you click on that, you've got profile, MyMazda. Within that then you've got the vehicle, your partners, which is your garage, your profile, all that kind of stuff. Support, FAQs, manuals. So really in-depth app. Then you've got a map. It starts off, I think we're in Berlin, obviously, with Mazda Europe being based there, but it brings me right over to South County Dublin. So where you can, on the app, put in your location as to where you want to go and then send it to the car. Vehicle status then will give you battery level, percentage and range, your climate internally. If it's plugged in, you can set the climate, and then general, your battery your tire pressures, etc. Whether the door is opened or closed, hazard lights on or off. Then you've got your service reminder, and you can request a service. You've got your roadside assistance. And then also on the other side, you have your list of Mazda partners, and my nearest one is Stewart's Mazda here in Dublin. Just a reminder that today's video was sponsored by evinsurance.ie, who have excellent rates and specific cover for electric vehicles. For more info, click the link on the screen and also in the description for a quote. Thanks very much for supporting the channel. Hopefully you've enjoyed our second look around the Mazda MX-30. I'll put the link to the first impressions video in the description below. We talked about the range, we've talked about the features, what's it like to drive, and also the MyMazda app. If you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, leave a comment, leave a like, and remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thanks for watching.